Okay, hello all. In this video, we will continue to do some exercise for the geometry, but this time we will know some other different way to not only just learning the meaning of the word, but we are going to have some distinguish different questions to know how to do these or how to understand all these words and to have some question and calculation in this video. So first of all, let us start from the matching of the following angles on the left to the types of angle on the right. So first of all, for 30 degrees, this one is between 0 degree to 90 degrees. So 30 degrees, obviously, this one is called acute angle. 鋭角. And for 90 degrees, obviously, every time we tell you that 90 degrees is called right angle. 直角. And for 110 degree is greater than 90 degree and smaller than 180 degree. So this one is not sharp. So this one is called obtuse angle. In Chinese, it's called 鈍角. The fourth one is 180 degrees. It is just like a straight line, so the answer must be straight angle. 平角. And the fifth one is 200 degrees. It's bigger than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. This one, that means this is the reflex angle. 反角. Okay, and finally, the 360 degrees is called 周角 round angle. Okay, this one is obviously the answer. So make sure that you know what is the meaning of these 6 types of angles. Sometimes I will make these words in the question, although you are not required to memorize to dictate these words, but you must know the meaning of these words in the question. Otherwise, you will be in trouble also. Okay, now this is question 2. And now we will go to question 3. Now, first of all, name all the line segments. 線段. And or the mark angle. 標示的角. In each of the following figures. Okay, now first of all, let's look at A. You will see this one, you will see 2 line segments, 線段. It's not straight line. Because of straight line, it can make it longer than this one. It will, can extend to the infinity. So this one is called line. But for line segment, we will only starting from and end with 2 points. So how can we name this line segment? Obviously, we have this straight line. We can call it, this one is called PQ. Sometimes someone call it QP is also okay. So the first one is called PQ. The second line segment, you will see, obviously, you can call this one QR or RQ, okay? It's also okay for this one, okay? This one is QR or RQ. Okay, now next. Now for this triangle, you will see there are 3 line segments, okay? Let me write down line segments. There are 3 of it, so please answer it by yourself first. And also we have 2 mark angles, so I write down mark angles here. Let me have one for you to do the example. Because left time, I want to tell this one first. Because this one is starting from you. This one is the B mark, so the B must be in the middle. And where do you come from? You come from A to B and then to C. So this one you can call it A, B, C, or you can call it C, B, A. They are the same. Okay, now I'll give you 5 seconds. Please tell me what will be left and what you must write down, okay, in these questions. Okay, now for part B. Now this one, for line segment, there are 3 of them. First one, you can call it A, B. So you have A, B. The second one, you have BC, or sometimes you can call it CB, is okay. And the last one is CA, you got AC. So just write any one of it, but don't copy the same one. Okay, so we have these 3 line segment. And for angle, you have the angle A, B, C, and the one you left is that you can call it angle B, A, C, or angle C, A, B. Everyone you can write is correct, okay? But you must pay attention that A must be in the middle because I want to tell you this angle, okay? This is for the second question that you must know how to mark the angle and mark the line segment. Okay, the third one, okay, with the protractor, you're going to find the size of it. Okay, now let's look at the protractor. Because this one is the acute angle. You can see for part A, this one is acute angle. That means it must be between 0 to 90 degrees. So we will not read the outer one, we will read the inner one. So you will see 40 here. So this one, the answer is 40, and you must mark the degree symbol. There is an O in the right upper corner. Okay, so you must write 40 degree. And so for this one, I'll give you 5 seconds. You can try to find the answer. Okay, now for this one is obviously, this time this one is obtuse angle because you know that this one must be bigger than 90 degree. So bigger than 90 degree, we will not look at the inner one, we'll upload the outer one. So you will see 120 is between 120 degree and 130 degree and in the middle of it. So this one is called 125 degree. So you will have a little O in the right upper corner. So make sure that you must write it down. Okay, now we will go to question 5, question 6, and question 7. Now for question 5, you're going to use the protractor and the ruler to draw the 50 degree angle. So for this one, it's not easy for me to draw the 15 degree angle. So this time I will have the angle side here. Look at this, you will see the 50 angle is about here. This is 55, so I have here. So let me put this point here. Put this point on the here. And then the 50 is here. So we can have the straight line. So this one is the 50 degrees. Okay. And the next one is the 130 degree. You will get the same one. Because this time you will see 130 degree and 50 degree add together will be 180 degree. So you will have the similar one. The 50 degree here. But this time I will also draw the straight line the same way. But this time I will mark this one as 130 degree. So you will get the 50 degree and 130 degrees for question 5. And now, for question 6, this is your challenge. Now I will give you 30 seconds. Please mark that the angle A, B, Z, D, and E, which one is the acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, and reflex angle. And also for question B, you have a similar question. Now, this is time, your turn. I'll give you 30 seconds. Okay, now let's look at it one by one. For A, you will see a letter square here, so that must be right angle, 90 degrees. So for A is obviously 90 degree. For B, you will see it's greater than the 90 degree, but it's not bigger than the 180 degrees. So you will choose the answer. This one is not sharp enough. So for part B, this one is called obtuse angle. And for C, you will see this one is greater than 180 degrees, but is less than 300. This is not a whole circle. This is not, but this is bigger than a straight line. So for part C, this one is called reflex angle, okay? 3 parallel lines, 1, 2, 3. Okay, for part D, you will see it's smaller than this. And also, this one you will see very sharp enough, and it's less than 90 degrees. So this one for part D is the acute angle. And finally, for part E, you will see it's greater than 90 degrees, but it's less than a straight line angle. So this one is called the obtuse angle once again. So this one will be the answer for question 6. And 6B, let's look at this one once again. For point P, you will see this angle P is smaller than 90 degrees, but is also greater than 0, obviously. So P is called acute angle. It's very sharp enough. 佢好尖鋭嘅. Okay, now for Q, you will see a little square. So this one is obviously a right angle. Okay, another parallel lines. And for R, this one once again, you will see very sharp enough, and it's smaller than 90 degrees. So this one is once again the acute angle. For S, you will see it's greater than 120 degrees because this is more than a straight line, and also, but it's not a circle. So this one is called reflex angle. And finally, for point T, you will see this one and this one make together is greater than 90 degrees, but it's smaller than a straight line, straight angle. So this one is obtuse angle. It's not sharp enough. So this is the answer for question 6. Okay, now we will go to the part that we want you to do in your paper 1. Because sometimes we need to do the calculation, so we will have some question like this. For example, 3 right angles, 2/3 straight angles, and 1/2 round angle. So this will be the calculation for our topic. And now let me do the part A. Right angles. In Chinese, this one is called 直角. So for a right angle, that must be 90 degrees. So we just use the 3 times 90 degrees. You will get the answer 270 degrees. Okay, now I'll give you 15 seconds. Please try the other 2 questions, part B and part C, before I tell you the answer. Okay, now let's discuss the answer. If you cannot finish this, just pause the video now. Okay, now for straight angle, that is 180 degrees. So you must remember it well. So you have 2/3 times 120 degrees. So this one is called 120 degrees. You can do the cancellation, 3 and 180 to 60, and 60 times 2 is 120. Okay, now for 1/2 round angle, round is called 360 degrees. So that is half of it, so this is 180 degrees. So we finished the question 7, and we know, we are going to calculate these angles with the calculation. So we will have some questions in paper 1, that means you need to count it by yourself, okay? This is for question 7. Okay, now for question 8. Okay, now we will have another part of it. In each question, you are going to measure the mark angle in each of the figures. I may not measure it. I will be arrange the mark angle in descending order of these designs. Use the symbol. Because I do not have a protractor, you can use the protractor by yourself to measure it. But most of the time, I want you to know is that you are going to find out which one is the bigger one. Okay, now I'll tell you obviously. I'll give you 5 seconds. You can choose which one is the biggest one, which one is the smallest one. Okay. Okay, now we will tell the answer. For the greatest one, obviously, for part C, you will see this one is greater than 90 degrees, but it's not greater than a straight line. But for part B, it's obviously a straight line. So part B must greater than C. And A, you will see this is a sharp angle, so this one must be the smallest one. Okay, now let us have another 10. Let's have another 10 seconds to choose these 3 angles. Which one is the greatest and which one is the smallest? Okay, now let's look at the answer. For this one, obviously Q is the greatest one because it's a whole circle. So Q is the greatest one. The next one I want to show you is that how to compare the P and R. You will see the P, the other part of the P is just an acute angle. It's much smaller. So that means use the 300 degree minus the smallest one, and the 300 degree minus the one that greater than 90 degree. You will see R must be smaller than P. So P is the second one, and R will be the smallest one for these questions. Okay, now finally, we are going to mark the suitable symbol for all the parallel lines and all the perpendicular lines for a rectangle. So how can you draw it? Now let's look at our drawing together. For parallel line, you know that for rectangle, AD must be parallel to BC. So how can we draw? We will draw an arrow sign. Arrow in Chinese is called 箭嘴. That means we will draw an arrow here. And we will also draw the same direction. That means we will also draw the same one for BC. One arrow. And this one means that AD parallel BC. But Mr. Tam, you know that AB is parallel to DC. So what can you draw? This time we will use one arrow in the figure. So I will choose two arrows. So let me draw two arrows. One, two arrows for AB. And then we will also draw one, two arrows for DC. So this is another parallel lines. And for perpendicular lines, we are only required to draw the 90 degrees symbol. That means we are going to draw a letter square of it. So for AB and AD, it must be 90 degrees, so we draw it here. So this is perpendicular. And also we have the second perpendicular one, and the third one, and the final one. So we have drawn all the symbol for the parallel lines and the perpendicular lines. So you will know this one, AD is parallel BC. AB is parallel DC. This is the second one. The third one is that AB is perpendicular to AD, and A will be the foot of the perpendicular for this one. And then with AB is perpendicular to BC also, and this time B will be the foot of the perpendicular. And then one is that BC is perpendicular to CD. Obviously, this time C will be the foot of perpendicular. And last but not least, you have AD perpendicular DC, and D will be the one that has the foot of perpendicular. So you will draw this symbol for question 9. And now in this topic, you will see most of the time you need to draw, you need to use the ruler, you need to use the protractor. So make sure that you have these tools for your questions. And also, you must know how to do the calculation. For example, I give you 2/3 straight angle. You must know how to do this one. Okay, thanks for watching.